Hello humans, specifically the future Riddim loving humans. What's up? Qbik here, and today we have been blessed with a brand new EP from Trinergy. Trinergy has been pumping out heat, and he's obviously got more in the bag because we've got 4 new Trinergy future Riddim tunes. I don't know if they're future Riddim. We haven't checked it out yet. But one of the tunes is a collab with Cripplingg. So that is something exciting to look forward to. So let's get started with the Shards of the Future Trinergy live review / reaction. Let's let the future Riddim magic begin. So first things first, I just want to comment on the gorgeous cover art that was made by none other than Elizra, previously known as Lux. For those of us who are already acquainted with Halcyon as a record label, we've all come to appreciate how much work and effort and care and intention goes into the branding of all of Halcyon's releases and the creative control the artists get. And yeah, I just wanted to appreciate this beautiful ass cover art because definitely one of my favorites of the Halcyon releases so far, and I think it perfectly displays Shards of the Future, as well as the visualizers, the teasers, everything just all comes together to form a beautiful vision for this EP. And yeah, I'm super excited. The last Trinergy releases I heard, I believe, were the AB release on Halcyon called Romantic Story, and it was kind of future Riddim with, I believe, like a Russian kind of hip-hop influence to it. Let me know if I'm misremembering it and it's not Russian, but I was pretty sure it was Russian. But if you've watched my review of Trinergy's Romantic Story, it'll pop up here or something if you want to watch it after this, you'll know that I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of those 2 releases. I definitely liked some aspects of them, but I just didn't feel as attached and into them as I usually am with Trinergy's other music. But I have a lot of hope for this. I'm sure I'm gonna find something to love about this EP, if not every song. And like I said in the beginning, I'm super excited for Cripplingg. So let's just get into it. We're going to start things off with Glassman. I like the title. I'm assuming it's going to be future Riddim. I hope there's some glass breaks or some really glassy textures in here to play into the title. Let's get it started. All right, well, there's our glass break. I like this. It kind of feels like you're creating the visual in my head of like a glass man walking, you know? Those classic, just almost organic feeling textures that we get with a lot of Trinergy's music and the intros. And then just beautiful vocal lead. Oh, we got some hope. Hyperpop shit. This is a lot more somber than Trinergy normally starts out. Reminds me subtly of Panda Eyes a little bit as well. And I can hear all the glass crunches. Yeah, this is extremely chill. Usually Trinergy's music is pretty high energy. Just classic percussion loop. Slow down break. Here we go. Yeah, way chiller than normal. I really like the melody. I feel like these squeaks and stuff might be a little too forefront. I kind of want the melody to be a little bit more in my face, but I get that it's kind of the chill vibe. Ooh, the vocals. Yeah, I just feel like the melodic lead wasn't in my face enough. Oh, this is a vibe. I like the weird like pitch automation or auto-tune weirdness going on with the vocal. It's like weird, but it's a vibe. This feels a little bit messy, to be honest, which was a similar issue I had with one of the songs on the Romantic Story AB. I can see what Trinergy was going for, and I can appreciate it. Oh, this is weird. Definitely some of the weirdest shit I've heard Trinergy make so far. And so I can definitely appreciate the experimentation, but this is it's not really doing it for me. It just felt a bit more messy and like too chaotic for just like what I'm normally used to hearing from Trinergy. And yeah, so just during that drop, it kind of got to a point where it just kind of felt like noise with not as much rhyme or reason and groove and bounciness anymore. That's just me. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. But hey, still a beautiful start. I loved the intro. The first drop was pretty decent. Let's keep going with Miss Ya by Trinergy. Ooh, I like how that opened up. The way the side chain of that like kick impact type thing was a little weird for that one hit. Yeah, I don't know, that's a little weird. I like this part. There's like weird, it's weird how it just goes out like that. Ooh, I love this drop. I just feel like the intro to this was just like, I don't know, this kind of felt like sudden and out of nowhere. Ooh, classic. Oh. I like the bass here. It's very pronounced. This is ideally, in my mind, when I picture like hyper pop future Riddim, this is the type of drop I picture. Feels kind of broken and distorted, like hyper pop, high pitched melodies that are catchy and dreary in a weird way. I like this breakdown and bridge. I think it works a bit better than what happened in the intro. Whoa, this is very interesting. It's like really dark, but also like triumphant and just a very unique feeling drum loop. I don't really know what's happening with all the vocals. This part though, and the intro doesn't completely give off a Miss Ya vibe. Ooh, this part's beautiful though. See, the drops are really good, but I just feel like I'll wait for this part. Ooh! Whoa, that's sick as fuck. It got kind of out of, like, detuned or something right here. It gets like kind of dark. But yeah, like I was saying, I enjoy the drops, but I feel like everything in between the drops didn't really sweep me into the mood of the drops, if that makes sense. Like for a song called Miss Ya, I would expect a intro, breakdown, and bridge, and just everything like building into the drops to be kind of like, I don't know, melancholy or really emotional, to sweep you into the I miss you, and then like you hit these kind of beautiful drops, except for the second half of the second drop, and it just like feels like this great release, and you got like goosebumps, and it's making you feel like, I don't know, relating to the miss you of like thinking of people you miss or something like that. But instead, the intro and the breakdown and all that, they were kind of this more really experimental, broken electronic hyperpop feel, which is cool, but it just felt like a bit of a different world than the drops existed in, except for, again, the second half of the second drop. So I don't know, it just felt a little disconnected, and so I feel like I couldn't get as into the drops as I wanted to, even though I enjoyed them. And then I just felt myself feeling a little bit confused in the intro and breakdown. So I don't know. I'm honestly a tiny bit disappointed because it's kind of the same issues I'm having with the romantic story AB, except almost it seems like some of these criticisms I had, which again, it's all subjective, and so this is just my personal opinion, but these criticisms I had seem to have progressed even more in some ways. So I'm honestly just not... I haven't been the biggest fan of the first two songs yet. So here's to hoping the next two songs deliver. We got How You Like Me coming up next. Ooh. Oh, this feels like a classic Trinergy intro. Ooh, the delay with on the snap. I feel like already I'm gonna enjoy this song better. It just doesn't feel as broken. Ooh, what? Oh! This is what I was hoping for. Oh, I love that like kind of melodic, heavier, kind of tear out feeling pluck. And I love how it's so sparse. It's not every response. It's just in the variation. Oh man! See, this song has so much emotion and feeling in it with so little content. Like you get the vocals in the very beginning, and then the rest is just the sounds, the processing of the sounds, and the melody. And it just carries so much emotional weight. And everything's so clean and both like dynamic and full and loud. And I love the space after the first hit of each drop. Oh! Oh, this makes me want to hear like a more Kismet collab with Trinergy. Ooh! I love this just really glitchy, like, this is the type of controlled chaos that I feel like was maybe attempted in Glassman's second drop, but this still stayed bouncy and clean enough where I could still get into it. Whereas like in Glassman, it just got too chaotic and kind of lost the feeling of music, started feeling just more like noise with drums over it. So far that was my favorite one, How You Like Me. I liked that. And I love Trinergy, regardless of my recent criticisms. Still love Trinergy, one of my favorite artists. But yeah, hopefully this Cripplingg collab doesn't disappoint, because How You Like Me was fucking great and exactly the sort of thing I was hoping for in this EP. And you know, Cripplingg and Trinergy is honestly a collab I would not have expected, but I feel like it's going to be a really interesting combination of sounds and feels. I'm going to assume that it's going to be more of a Riddim-y song, but you never know when Trinergy's in the mix. So let's see with Trip by Trinergy and Cripplingg. This almost has some like Skrillex vibes. Just with the vocal hits. I like this. That layered with the distorted breeze. Oh damn, right into it. Definitely feels a little less Riddim-y and a little more Trinergy type of arrangement and flow. Ooh! Okay. This drum pattern. There's so many kicks and I love it. The kick is so soft, but the kicks are also sit pretty on top of the mix along with the snare. It feels like if Trinergy and Cripplingg kind of did their take on an Emo Boy 303 type of song. Oh my god, the vocal chops. The background hits. Oh man, that was perfect. Okay, thank God. These last two songs are bringing it home. Oh, I was worried this was going to be a disappointing EP, but this is fire. The glitches on this are dope. Just add a little spice and flavor. I'm starting to realize how much Trinergy uses this kind of old school break, like percussion loop. I don't know the proper term for it, but the boom boom cha ba doom ba doom cha. Let's go. Final drop. I'm fucking ready. It just feels faster, but just as fun. I think it would be really fun to just have like a Cripplingg switch for the second drop, or like even like halfway through the drop, just switch it up and make it heavy. But this is still dope. One thing though I will say, I honestly didn't hear as much Cripplingg in that as I thought I would. Like, I did hear like Cripplingg hits in the background as a sort of almost counter melody to certain parts. But in all honesty, it mostly sounded like Trinergy and like quite a bit of Leotrix influence in terms of the drums. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you heard the Cripplingg influence. But other than that, they both freaking slayed it. Those last two songs, Trip and How You Like Me, both beautiful, both bangers. Trip, I think that the interest in the drop for me fell a little bit in the second drop, but I loved the first drop. In the first half, I just felt like there wasn't enough progression for the second half in terms of like the drop area. I just felt like the second drop could have had a little bit more progression, but that's just me being stingy because both of these were great. Loved him. Miss Ya and Glassman. Glassman was a cool idea. I think just the way things were leveled in the mix. Like if I had been doing it, I would have done it a little bit different. And then Miss Ya, that one was kind of a miss for me, if I'm being honest. But overall, still a pretty dope Trinergy release. With the amount of music that Trinergy's been putting out lately, I can't expect every song to be phenomenal. But yeah, again, Trip and How You Like Me fucking killed it. More good shit coming out of Halcyon. This was a fun little blessing for my Friday. Always love new Trinergy, always love new Halcyon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed going through this with me. As always, put your opinions down in the comments. I want to know what you thought about this release because like I always say, music is subjective. My opinions are just the way I experienced the music for just my first time listen. So hey, we might have all had different experiences and I want to know about them. With that being said, we're going to wrap this video up. Go check the description to stream the Trinergy release. I also have an amazing Discord server down in the description that you should definitely join. Come hang out with us. And I also make my own music. So go check all the links in the description if you want to support either me or Trinergy and Halcyon. And yeah, other than that, hey, you better have a blessed rest of your day. My name's qbik and I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye. One of our future Riddim Lord and Saviors, as those of us who already follow, who already loyally, to those of us who stan Halcyon, we all know what for those of us who already, it'll be linked up. It'll be linked. Which direction? It'll